Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh, just this camera. Oh, my God. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good to see everyone here tonight. I want to say hello to 701, Evil Rick, FaZe, Corey, DDK is in the house. Hello, DDK. 701 Traveler, hello. Evil Rick. NC Crimson Glide was here, and I think he's gone already. Mr. Pacuccio is here. Hello, Robert Pacuccio. Of course, hello to my beautiful wife, Mel. Jamin is here. What's up, Jamin? Good to see you here tonight. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. I appreciate everybody stopping in and hanging out with me. What's up? Fat Glide's in the house. What's up, Fat Glide? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you tonight. Yep. Right and looking down. That's because I'm giving everybody their points for the biggest giveaway I'm ever doing, which will be happening after Thanksgiving. But you got to be a member to initial level higher for a minimum of 6 months. So you still have a little bit of time if you wanted to get into it and join the membership. We're at by I would say mid-May will be the 6 month mark. You know, hey, D-Rod's here. What's going on, D-Rod? Good to see you. Got you your point in there. There you go. Glad you're here. Glad, like I said, glad everybody's here. So let's talk about, hey, Jules, what's happening? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, Greg McBee's in the house. What's happening, Cupcake? Mr. Steve Turner, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. It's been a while. But yeah, if you guys really want to get into it, you know, you got to get in at the nurse level or higher for a minimum of 6 months, which is right around mid-May. Hi, Gloria. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Just chatting with Gloria a little bit there in the side chat tonight on the Unaffiliated Live. They had a good live. They were talking about racing and speed records and things like that. It was awesome. You know, they did a great job with that. Thank you very much. I appreciated the show, and I had a great time just sitting in the side chat, just listening. Let me see. In garage, tearing into the... Oh, no kidding. Have fun, Greg. I know how that feels. Hey, Joe, Navy, how are you, buddy? Long time no see. Yo, I need tickets for your comedy night. If you guys don't know, the Raging Knights Motorcycle Club here in Connecticut do a comedy night as a fundraiser for the Children's Burn Camp. Amazing, good cause, and it's also a funny night. Hey, XAN's in the house. How are you? Good to see you. Big Mike 135, my brother, what's going on? Good to see you. We chatted earlier on the phone and everything else. Mrs. Keltfire, hi, honey. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Hardwire's in the house. What's up, brother Hardwire? Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you guys are here. So, hey, tonight's topic is motorcycles and motorcycle accessories. What is your top accessory that you have for your motorcycle? And what is a big thing you're looking to do to your motorcycle? I want to hear from you, you know, comment on, well, of course there too, but the Raging Knights do it to raise money for the Children's Bird Camp, which is amazing. So if you're in the Connecticut area, or the tri-state area of Connecticut, and you want to come for a good evening of laughs, come on down, get a hold of Joe Navin. If not, get a hold of me. Tell me you're coming, and we'll get you tickets, and you could just reimburse me. You know, Dark Souls Corner. What's up, Dark? What's going on? Hey, V-Rodder's in the house. What up, V-Rodder? Let me get you your points for tonight, bro. Got to get you your points. I can't do anything now. My wife took all the motorcycles. Yeah. I understand that, Mike. I know I'm spending it. I'm good at spending it. What's up, Dallas? Yeah. A top accessory is clearly a cup holder. Absolutely. Got to have one of those. An air horn, right on. Just so everybody I want to get one of them train horns. Yeah, V-Rider. Every nurse level or higher getting points tonight. If you're a nurse, you get 1 point. If you're a doctor level, you get 2 points. And each point equals an entry for the giveaway. And what am I giving away? Your choice of a Sawicki Speed Exhaust, either the short, mid, or full length, or a complete suspension technology suspension for your bike, front and rear. You don't want to miss out on that. That's a good giveaway. Hey, what's up? PA Bikers in the house. How are you, man? Thanks for stopping in. Oh, wow, XAN. I hope you feel better, man. Wow. Wow, that sucks, XAN. That really sucks. Sorry to hear that, man. Get better. You know, we want you to get better. So, yeah, I mean, my top motorcycle accessory or favorite accessory on both my bikes, I would have to say, is my Sawicki Speed Exhaust, because, boy, it makes the bike sound so much better. HDAV Traveler, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, Jack. It's always a pleasure having you here. Let's see. Almost a giant chocolate bouncing thing. Oh, you're hilarious, Bill. Guys, stir the pot. Stir the pot. Yeah. Excellent. I'm glad that's going to be your favorite mod right now, is your suspension. But mine, I would have to say, is the Sawicki pipe. It really they both look good and they both sound good. And I really love the sound of it and the look of it. And it's one of my favorite things. On Spaceball, tied with the exhaust would be all the carbon fiber parts. I mean, it really looks good and I enjoy it, you know? Oh, cool. Got slip-ons for him at the house. Nice. Speaking of slip-ons, guys, if you're looking for some 4.5-inch chrome Chromeworks slip-ons, Big Mike is selling them. They came off of Hannah's bike. God, they got less than, I don't know what, 1,000 miles on them. But they're available. So if you're interested in some chrome slip-ons, 4.5-inch, they came off a 2023 Road Glide with a 107. Doesn't matter if you got a 107, 117, or 114. They will work if you have the MA exhaust, which is bigger on the right side than the left side. So if you're looking for exhaust, drop Mike a message or get a hold of me, and we can work something out. Droop's in the house. What's going on, Droop? Good chatting with you there on the Instagram yesterday. It was good to hear from you. I'm glad things are going well. Right, a seat that lives up to my long rides. Yes, that'd be a good mod too. You know, Droop is going live tonight. I don't know. What's going on, Dallas? Good to see you. Gremlin's in the house. What's going on, Gremlin? Man, I'm so glad you're here. I've missed you. I hope things are going well for you. You're missing out on the members only lives too, guys. Gremlin, you know, every Saturday night now at 8 p.m. we're live in the garage. You don't want to miss out, man. You don't want to miss out. So yeah, if you're looking for some exhaust for Street Glide, Road Glide, Ultra Limited, or any one of the flavors of the touring bikes, let me know. They're chrome and they're from Chromeworks. It's a good brand. Good slip-on mufflers. They sound good and they look good. They're just dusty right now. I have to clean them. So if anybody's curious what's going on with Hannah's bike, I'm going to show you a before picture. We did some stuff to it. On the members only live, we were tearing it down. So let's see, share the screen. There you go. And that was after, that was not this past Saturday, the Saturday before. We tore all the chrome off of it except for the rocker boxes, the tappets, and what you see there. Because it's all going out for powder coat. And I can't tell you what color it's going to be because she wants to do a big reveal, and I don't blame her. Let's see, do I have a picture of it current state? No, I don't. So there you have it. We're going to do a big reveal. And so there you go. Yes. Let me know. Send it to me. and I'll put it up in the community page on my tab, and I'll promote it all on all my social medias. Like I said, it's a great night for a great cause, and so it'd be great. Joe, if you want to come on, we could talk about that tonight. Because it's all about motorcycle accessories. Even though it's not a motorcycle accessory, it's just us. We're going to have a great time. So for Joe, now he is a member of the Raging Knights, so he could talk about this. Okay, click on the link, Joe. There it is. Come on in and let's talk about this comedy night. It's a great night for a great cause. Brother Mike, if you and Hannah want to go, let me know. And we'll make sure that you guys get tickets. Same thing if Corey or Rhodey or anybody who's close by this area or wants to travel, more than welcome to come. Be a great time. I guarantee it. I guarantee you will laugh. I went past 2 years and I look forward to it every year because it's a nice night. It really is. And for a great cause. And speaking of it, here he is. What's going on, Izzy?
Dr.Harley. How you doing, bro?
Good. Hey, Zach from the Bent Ribbons in here. How you doing, Zach? So tell us all about the comedy night.
All right. Well, hey, just to let you know, Dr. Harley, I got your 2 reserved for you and the lovely wife. I kind of figured that was going to happen. So for those that don't know me, everybody knows me as my screen name, Joe Naven, but everybody also knows me by my nickname, Izzy, I-Z-Z-Y. I'm the National Vice President for the Raging Knights Firefighter Motorcycle Club here in Connecticut. One of the charter members of Battalion 2, which is located in the Valley area. And we meet out of the Catholic War Vets down here in Derby. So for the past, this will be our 5th year doing this, but for past few years, we've been doing a comedy night up at the Strand Theater in Seymour, Connecticut. And we've been hosting the fundraiser for the Connecticut Burns Care Foundation, which is also runs the Arthur C. Luff Children's Burn Camp for children who are, they're severe burn survivors, they're champions. And, we do a our club does fundraisers through our 5 chapters, the 3 here in Connecticut, the 1 down in South Carolina, and 1 in New York State. And we, help raise money for the camp. And the comedy show is one of our fundraisers at our chapter, where we pull in roughly $5,000 to $7,000 each year, and a lot of that money goes to sponsoring a kid. To go to this camp. This year it's up at what's the facility? It's in Deer Run. They used to have it up at the old Boy Scout camp up in Union, but now they do it in Deer Run and Killingworth, and it's a week-long camp where these kids go from Saturday to Saturday, I believe it is, and they get to be a kid, So this year is our 5th year. We started it in 2019. We started at the Strand Theater, and I partnered up with a buddy of mine that I went to high school, Donnie Savo. Salvo Productions. He's also done comedy nights with Extreme Comedy. He's been all over the state of Connecticut and New York, and performed in clubs in New York City. We basically came up with the idea. We presented to the Club Brothers, and we were good with it. COVID hit. Unfortunately, we went down for 2 years. But yeah, for the past 4 years straight, we've been racking it in. The Strand Theater is an old 1930s, 1940s style theater, with an old orchestra pit and everything. Usually holds about 240, 250 people. And we every year we nearly get pretty much get sold out. Dr. Harley could tell you he's been to every single one that we've hosted. He missed the 2 that, unfortunately, he busted my chops a little bit, but not having it during COVID, because we did try to do that one outdoors, but it didn't work that time. So, but
if I don't break your balls, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Well, we've known each other for a bunch of years too, so.
Just a decade or so.
Yeah, we won't say how long.
Ticket prices are $25.
Yes,
it's a very inexpensive evening. It's on a Saturday, right? What's the date?
Date is going to be April 26th this year. It's a Saturday night, so it's in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I believe. Doors open at 7:00. The show starts at 8. They're around. We partner with the Knights of Columbus Aurora chapter. out of Seymour, Council 53, I think is the number. It escapes me right now. They're the ones that own the Strand Theater, so we've been partnering up with them, and of course Donnie Savo as well. So you can purchase. We always recommend purchasing tickets ahead of time or reserving them. So we have you reserve your seats at the door, and you can pay at the door. We will have tickets.
I have the money here now.
Okay. Yeah, we can meet up, and I can give you the hard tickets, or you just pay at the door, whatever. I mean, we're only.
I'd rather pay ahead and be done with it.
Yeah, I'll be around this weekend, so I'll hook up with you. I got to stop by the house anyway and talk to you about it. Yeah. So it's $25 entry fee. It is an 18 over show. There will be adult beverages that we'll be providing and selling. The Knights of Columbus run the snack stands. This year's a little bit bittersweet because we had a friend of ours who was a member of the Knights of Columbus and also was the sitting president of the brother club, the Red Knights Firefighters Club, Chapter 7 out of Seymour, that passed away. Chris Slick Dragonis, he helped us the past few years here, so we're gonna do a little tribute to him for all the help he's done being a member of the Knights of Columbus while we ran our event there. You can buy tickets ahead of time through Eventbrite, and if anybody wants that website, it's https the two slashes BATT2.
I'll tell you what, drop it in the private chat, and then I can share the link. I'm going to take 4 tickets because I'm going to bring I'm going to bring Big Mike and Dr. J with us.
Okay, cool. I'll put you down for that. I'll put the link in there, so you can contact any member of Battalion 2. You can contact me. Usually, you can find my ugly mug on Facebook. I don't hide from anybody, so you can look up my name. It's the same as my screen name on YouTube. Go to the Eventbrite. You can buy them at the door, but we always recommend reserving your tickets ahead of time. We only have 250 seats, 240 seats, I think it is, somewhere around there. And it does fill up quick, and we nearly sell out every year.
Yep. And the comics you get are not slackers. I mean, they've been on Def Comedy Jam. They've been on different comedy shows throughout the country. One year, I think you even got one of the guys from the Blue Collar. Was it the Blue Collar?
Yeah, he was on Blue Collar Comedy Tour. I can't remember well. So many of them. I think that was 2 years ago. Can't remember his name, but yeah, but these comedians, like even my friend Donnie, we've go on to Caroline's, stand up New York, improv. I mean, Seven City was the Seven Angels up in Waterbury. It's another place. The Stress Factory here in Connecticut. A lot of different comedy clubs. The old Brouhaha up in I think that was Hartford, West Hartford. There was a lot of these comedians. Like I said, Donnie Savo is going to be the host this year again. He's a funny dude. I've known him practically for half of my life, if not more. And this year, the lineup, we have Emily Ciro. You probably know her. I know she's on WPLR a lot. She's a local comedian. She's a very, very funny lady. She was supposed to perform last year, but unfortunately, she fell ill, and she's graciously wanted to come back and do it again. So she's going to perform this year. We have Jake Bentley, another local guy, Manny Sierra, and also Sharon Simon, which I believe she does something with SNL, Saturday Night Live. Yeah, so, she's a very, very funny lady. So we got a good lineup of comedians.
I'm waiting for the link in the private chat because everybody wants to know, is there a place they could donate money? I think it's the same link.
The donate money, it's to buy tickets. I mean, you could buy the tickets, and it's you want to pay $25 or, that's fine. And if you don't come, then we can always give the tickets to somebody else too, or whatever. But for there, if you want to make a donation, if you want to make a donation to the Connecticut Burns Care Foundation, which is located in Milford, you could go right to their website. Just type in Connecticut Burns Care Foundation, and they actually have a link too. You can donate directly to them. If you want to donate directly to us, I'll put the link up here. I'll also, if you want, I can also give you guys my direct email address. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at once with new glasses.
That's all right.
So I can include my email address. And so if you want, and this way I can tell you guys, I can send you my Venmo if you want to do it directly that way too. Make a donation, and I'll make sure you get a receipt through that, and it's definitely going to go straight right into the kitty for giving a donation. We don't mess around with that. We're definitely one of those that make sure we run a tight ship here.
So I just dropped a link for the Connecticut Burn Cares website. So if you want to make a donation, that's the link to make the donation, which I think it's amazing.
I just put into the link to in the private chat here on StreamYard for you. You can post that up there for everybody.
Yep, I will.
That's Eventbrite. You know what I'll do too? I think I still got your email address somewhere. I could send you a copy of the flyer if you like too as well.
Absolutely, and I'll put it up on the community tab, and I'll put it up on all my social medias.
Yeah,
we'll get it pushed around. But 4 tickets for me this year. 4. I got a crisp $100 bill for you.
And that's my email. If anybody wants to email me directly with any questions, I'm very reachable. I don't mind. I'll give if you ask for my phone number, I'll be willing to give it to you. If you want to call and talk or text the messages as well, we can do that directly. We're celebrating. Our club is celebrating our 15th anniversary this year. My chapter is 14 years old. We've come a long way, and we were benefactors of the year approximately, I believe, 2-3 years ago for the Burn Care Foundation because of all the work that we have done. So yeah, definitely come out, have a good time. It's laughing for a good cause, and let me tell you, it's a good night. It's a good fun night. It's a good way to start the spring out. Get out, have a good time, come with friends. Just don't be that guy or girl that tries to harass the the comedians, because let me tell you, they'll wreck you. They will wreck you.
Yeah, they wrecked a guy, which I thought it was hilarious. He decided to say, huh?
Was it last year? I think
last 2 years, because he likes to sit front and center and heckle.
Oh yeah. Our friend there, yeah. He's always good. He's always good like that, but he doesn't mind it. It adds to the show somewhat, and Donnie knows him like perfectly now. He's like, all right, I know how to bounce stuff off of him.
Yep.
Yeah. So
it was some funny stuff. I mean, the comedians are great. I mean, it's a great fundraiser for a great cause, and man, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good time, and it's a couple of the other chapters. New York started doing one. They're located up Middletown way. Our Myrtle Beach chapter started doing one too. Actually, last year was their first one. We did it, and it really was a true night of comedy between our chapter and Bat 7 down in Myrtle Beach. It was, they had theirs the first, and they had an excellent. They did theirs more of like a comedy and dinner kind of thing, I believe it was, and they did great. And
so can I ask how much you guys donate a year to the
collectively? It could be. It's up around 20,000 total.
Wow.
Since the inception of the club, I don't have the exact numbers. We'll have to talk with T.O. Tommy's our liaison between the club and the burn camp, because he's dealt with them for many years. He's he's been affiliated with that, even going back to his fire company, and they used to sponsor children to go there. We are, since the inception of the club for 15 years, coming up this August, we're up near the $200,000 mark total.
Wow.
All our chapters that have the 2 chapters that existed previously, plus the 5 that are existing now.
Yep.
We're up there, and and we do a lot of other things too. It's we have other. Corey, it's definitely an awesome night, man. Hopefully you could come, man. You'll have a good time, and it's definitely a cool place to.
He's up in the Worcester, Mass area. Got to say it right, Worcester.
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 And listen, it's Drake it. I know how to pronounce the stuff. Drake it, Woburn. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely a good time. I mean, we're doing it for a good cause. Like I said, we've been doing it for a long time. Thanks to our shout out to Wista. Yeah, that's actually probably the proper spelling for it too.
Not Worcester.
Yeah, not Worcestershire. So they
now Tito's local. I hope Tito can make a comedy night. It's a good night. You would have a lot of fun.
Guns and Bagger says hello.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah, we got some good people here.
So did you pick up what I was putting down about the giveaway?
So I saw I kind of logged in late because I totally forgot that you were on tonight. Yeah. What are you doing for a giveaway?
Right after Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I am giving away either a full Sawicki 2-in-1 exhaust. The winner will have their choice of full, mid-length, or short.
Yeah.
Or a complete front and rear suspension technology suspension.
What I was supposed to get until I had a blown tire.
Yeah. Which is, I can tell you, you have to be a member of the channel. It's a paid membership monthly at the nurse level or higher. And I've been keeping a tally all along how many times people are here. And if you're a nurse level, you get 1 entry for every live you're active in. And if you're a doctor level, you get 2 entries. Okay. So to give you an idea, 27. Right now, there's one member who has over 37 entries. And this is going to go all the way till Thanksgiving.
Now, is this every time you do a live show, like tonight?
Whether it's a Wednesday night or a Saturday night. The Saturday night lives are done usually in the garage.
Okay.
And that's for the members only, for the nurse and doctors.
Okay, cool. I'm going to have to sign
Thank you, Jules. Big shout out to Jules gifting out 5 memberships. Right on. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll have to definitely sign up for that because I had just been a working hermit lately up at the
Understand. Able Rick gifting out 5 memberships. Now the memberships that get gifted are at the intern level.
Okay.
And what the intern level gets you is early access to all my videos. So as soon as I upload a video, you'll have access to it. You don't have to wait till Sunday.
Yeah. Nice.
And that's every level.
Awesome. Oh, hey, before I forget, just want to say about tickets to get back there because I forgot to mention. If you you can reserve your tickets at the door and pay at the door. But if you do buy them from Eventbrite, you're not going to get a hard ticket. We'll hold the ticket at the door for you. We'll have your name on a list, and you come right in, and we'll verify that just to verify that you paid for it. I'll have your whoever bought the tickets name will be written down, and we'll get you right in. Want to make sure because I do know that we send an automatic email. Sometimes it doesn't work. We all know how computers are.
Yeah. Yep. Of course, I know. That's what I do for a living, 40 hours a week. Plus, I work in the garage,
Yeah.
60 hours a week.
Well, ever since I got promoted back last May, I that's all I do is sit in the office and on a computer, then go answer calls.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you move up. You do less physical work and more mental and writing work.
Mental? Are you saying I'm mental?
No, you use your brain.
No, it's okay if you say I'm mental because I am.
No. Just a wee bit crazy. So
yeah, that sounds good. Like an awesome set of prizes there. I know.
They're valued at roughly about $1,800.
Yep. Because I had asked your friend there that I can't remember his name. I talked to him when I was down in Myrtle Beach last year for the spring rally. Unfortunately, when I got the tire in my rear wheel, because I was going to go all the way around. He had everything for my bike.
Yep.
And that will be. I'll tell you right now. That will probably be my accessory for this year. I'm planning on going down. We're definitely doing our club. We're doing our anniversary party down there in September, a big one. But I want to do it before I get down there, and I think that's going to be my toy for this year because I already did my handlebars. I put the slammer bars on it, which
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that would probably be the accessory that I do this year. something.
Well, I can handle that install for you too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because you have to deal with that. Yeah, man, I'll have to
Yep.
talk about that offline.
Well, I deal directly with Rolling Throttle, who's
Okay.
a vendor for them, and it's the
Hmm.
same price whether you buy it directly through Suspension Tech or through Rolling Throttle. And I believe in helping small businesses and friends and family. So, I just put a big order in for a bike I'm working on yesterday to Rolling Throttle.
Ooh. What are you working? One of your bikes or one of your
Customer's
clients?
bike.
Oh, who's?
Customer's bike.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I spoke at the same time.
Starting to get the paint work back. I dropped off a bunch of stuff for powder coat.
Hmm.
And now we're ordering a whole bunch of Go Fast parts and custom dynamics lighting.
I'll tell you, when I just got to change my headlights out. But all my bike is custom dynamics. I took your advice on it. I love them.
Yeah,
All my markers
I,
are perfect.
I tell you, they gave me their credit card so I could do all the ordering and just use their credit card. And I can tell you how great custom dynamics is.
That's what,
Their
yeah.
ship to address was me, but the bill to address was them.
Right.
They called me today and it raised a flag at Custom Dynamics. The charge went through. But they were like, whoa, wait a minute, let's talk to this guy. So they reached out and called me and said, okay, we need your ID. Okay, now we need this person's ID. So we will do that. And now the order is complete. So, okay, what are you riding? Corey wants to know.
I have a 2013 Fat Bob it's with the 103 engine in it and the 6.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Dr. Harley's actually worked on my bike a lot. It's a great ride. I fell in love with the bike. I was a Sportster guy for a long time. Always liked to be able to flip it around. But when I bought the Fat Bob, I wanted to get up into the Dyna Softail kind of series. And I just like the look of it. I like the fact that it's got the wide glide front with the Fat Boy tire on it, the actual bobtail fender. And definitely it's a good ride. I just got I got about just under 30,000 on it. There's a couple lean years of riding, mainly because of my job, because I work as a firefighter, so it's and I'm out towards Ledyard. Yeah, it's a good bike. I love it. It's made it to what I wanted to do, and trying to do some upgraded parts on it. So I was going to do the suspension last year. Definitely want to do the plates and the cams, the oil pump, all that stuff eventually as well. And just basically get another bike and keep that as my little ride around, for around the state, but also make it too so that when I ride, if I decide to go to Myrtle every year, I ride down so I can take it a long rider as well. So, but that's pretty much it with that. It's in black. It's the midnight black color as well, with that sparkle. So I may do some other things to it. And I haven't really decided what else I'm going to do to it yet. I changed the bars. I got to change my cables on it. I removed a lot of the chrome that was on it. I changed to Vance and High's not shorties, long shots, and got the tuner pack in it, and obviously the stage 1 air cleaner as well. The air cleaner I changed out. So it's a good little bike. I like it. Suits my riding needs. Definitely want to upgrade it. So yeah. Well, hopefully Dr. Harley will be back in a second here because I don't want to steal the show. But yeah, if you guys want to, and girls out there, you definitely want to hit me up. Dr. Harley posted my email address, so feel free to send me an email. I usually get back within a couple hours or a day to get back. Like I said, I'll get if you need my phone number or anything. You want to Eventbrite, they do a service charge, but we get the full $25 donation for the ticket price to the show. It comes directly to us. Definitely a good time, and we always mix it up. We've had a lot of good comedians from in the past, and the comedian lineup this year is going to be great and awesome. And the show usually runs about an hour and a half, so it's like like I said, we'll have adult beverages there, sodas, waters, and snacks will be on sale through the Knights of Columbus at their snack stand. We'll have support shirts available for our chapter, for our club, on sale as well. They'll be $20. I got to definitely hope to see you all there. It's a really, really a good time. Let's see here. I'm flapping over between the stream where I'm on and also the chat over here on YouTube so I can see what's going on. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, the 103. I like it. I can't really do too much more with it. I might do a little work on it, and have Dr. Harley help me out, or have him just do the work and go from there. Yeah, cams, Corey. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Definitely, eventually doing, like I said before. Next bike should be a Road Glide. Just saying. Yeah, Traveler. Actually, believe it or not, I like the Road Glides, but I'm thinking about maybe getting pre 2024. Maybe get a 2020, get it used with low miles. Something from like 2020 or 2021.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry. It's just looking at the questions there that I had to pop over to YouTube side just to read what they're on the chat there.
Gotcha.
AV Traveler was saying I was wanted a Road Glide. You know how much I do want a Road Glide, so
absolutely.
But I saw one. Thanks, Mr. Greg McBee, for the Fat Bob is a good looking bike. I really like that. Dr. Harley likes it because he likes to have fun on that.
Yeah, I'm from Ansonia, Connecticut. Hello and welcome to the live tonight. Hopefully you enjoy the live and you enjoy my videos. But I'm from Ansonia, Connecticut, and I get around. Just came back from Daytona. I'll be in West Virginia here for Mob in the Mountains, then Gettysburg for Bike Week, and then after that, it'll be Smoky Mountain Bike Week. And next year, I'll be out in Sturgis.
I saw a PA biker. I haven't talked to him in a while. I think last time, from Ledyard. Yep, I work up, as you can tell, where I work.
Yep.
So you know where PA biker, you know where that is.
Yeah. Oh, you had a friend from Lakeville. Awesome.
Lakeville, okay, that's a little north of us.
Yep. HJ Travel has a 22 Road Glide ST.
How is the Road Glide ST?
They're fun.
What's Spaceball? Spaceball's what? A
low rider S.
That's a low rider S. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's the Road Glide STs. They're a good looking bike, man.
Oh yeah,
good looking bike.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few people that have them. Tweedledee has one.
Yep.
Penny has one, which is Iron Butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mike 135 has one, but he put a 135 motor in it with a Sawicki Speed Exhaust and a Thunder Max tuner.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Can you say Rocket? That sounds like that bike's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, it is. Yeah, he ran out of my life on Spaceball down in Smoky Mountain Bike Week last year. But I came back and played a little bit of magic, and next time we were riding side by side, we got on it, and I was 2 up, and we were side by side, so he wasn't running out of my life anymore.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. Yeah, I gotta. Excuse me. Yeah, eventually I'm going to do the cams on that. I'm so Tevin Honda. I hate to get rid of it. I hate to get rid of it to get another bike. But I mean, like you said, the bike doesn't owe me a cent.
No.
The Fat Bob does not owe me a cent. I would hate to.
No.
You know how much I love that.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
I did have that crazy idea when you pulled that 114 out to try to shove it in my bike. I think
it can be done. It can be done. Just a lot of cotton welding.
Yeah, we might have to remove the backbone a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but I'm actually what I'm going to do too is I'm going to do the breather bolt bypass this year. gonna hook it up. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a catch can or if I'm going to do a just with like a filter pointed up just to get down.
I run a filter right out. I put a T in it.
Yeah.
I breathe the crankcase breathers out into one tube, and then I put a T, and the offshoot, the 90-degree T, goes off to a filter, and then the rest of it, if any oil comes through it, it drains right back into the oil pan.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I have to see how you have that set up because I was going to do something similar. Because I've been looking, I don't have an M8, but I was looking at all the M8 stuff. And I was like, maybe we could do this on my transmission, to breather off of that stuff and different things, different things between the oil.
Yep. Here's Tweedle, a fellow Road Wide ST owner. And his bike scoots really well for a bike with a cam in it and a Thunder Max tuner tuned by Rolling Throttle. Mm-hmm. And a Sawicki tune to 1. That thing really nice.
How does the Thunder Max price wise? Is it fairly reasonable for? And that's
considering what you're getting, you're getting wideband sensors, so you get rid of your O2 sensors.
Right.
You're taking your stock ECU and you're removing it completely and putting a full ECU in it. So you can't really compare it price wise for a tuner that makes adjustments to your stock ECU to something where it's a complete ECU replacement, and there's things in there such as two-step. I don't know if you're familiar with that term, two-step. Drag racing uses it. You set your two-step RPM, you give it full throttle. It doesn't go past that RPM, and you launch at that RPM. So if you got it set to 3,700, you go to full throttle, you launch at 3,700, and then you just stay in that upper RPM range to shift.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so many things to do, so little money to do it with. Thank God for
Thank God for credit cards.
I need overtime to pay the credit cards off from the last things I bought. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, we'll have to figure out. I'll have to come over one day. I got to get the bike ready for Myrtle because I'm going to go down for a couple days for spring rally.
Nice. The fall rally for Myrtle is the same time as the Smoky Mountain Bike Week.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I would suggest going to that rally over Myrtle Beach because there's so much better riding out there.
Well, we got our anniversary party down there the first.
Right. So that's at spring. I'm talking fall.
No, we're doing it in the fall.
Oh, in the fall. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys should go to Smoky Mountain Bike Week because the riding out there is so much better.
Oh yeah, I know a couple guys are doing a Tennessee trip instead of doing Myrtle for spring rally. I think the guys from New York are doing it. They're doing it within the next week or two. I think they're going out there to do some riding. Definitely, that's on my bucket list is get out there to do that. I definitely would like to go to Smoky Mountain. Maybe I'll do that next year.
Oh, it's great. We went last year. I didn't do any of the riding, and I kicked myself for it because you got the Cherry Hall Highway, you got Devil's Triangle, you got the back of the dragon, you got the tail of the dragon, which I'm not a big fan of, but there's so much great roads out there where in Myrtle Beach, and I've been to Myrtle Beach many, many times, and there is no riding out there. It's like riding in Florida.
Yeah, it's it's like I've done some riding up around, go up where my cousins are, up in upstate New York, and Penfield area outside Rochester. You get into those flats in Ontario County, Monroe County. You just go, and there's some, it's just nice. But Myrtle, down there seeing people that I know. We'll go down to Charleston, and we'll probably do a Charleston ride this year to go down to the memorial for the firefighters that are down there. This was Charleston 9 to see that because the last time we went there, it was under reconstruction. They were updating it. Definitely some needed maintenance and stuff on that, and trying to get it, bring it up to a really, really awesome level again. But it's just like anywhere to go. It's just like going to America. I love, going to Lake George, going to Laconia. I love the riding up there because, you know, you're getting the mountains, you get in the hills. You know, you can go for whatever, you clear your mind, and you're all set to go, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But West Virginia, the riding in West Virginia, it's the most technical roads I've ever been on. The state of West Virginia does not know how to pave a straight road or highway, which I have no problems with. I enjoy those. There's one road in West Virginia. It's called the Talon. Mm-hmm. It's longer than the Tail of the Dragon, and it's a lot more fun than the Tail of the Dragon.
Is that towards Maryland, or is that actually towards the Virginia border? I'm trying to.
It's like the Virginia border. You go through Maryland, and it's Somersville.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. I've been
over by New River Gorge area.
Yeah, we went to Winchester, Virginia one year on a trip, and I think we ended up riding through there just because we wanted to ride through there. I think that's where it was. If I remember correctly, a few years back.
But it's a great event. It's basically a biker camp out, and we ride all day. We get together at night, cook, eat, whatever, laugh, tell stories of the ride that we came on, and talk about the upcoming ride the next day and what we're looking forward to and what we're not. Like one of the organized rides, it's the whole Mothman ride. It's all about the legends of Mothman. Go right through all that. We're going to stop at the statues of Mothman. Stopping off at West Virginia Harley Davidson, and apparently they're going to be opening up the doors for us and have lunch and everything. So it'll be cool.
Huh? Excellent. I'm going to text you that before I forget because I can't find your email. I'm going to text you the flyer. Oh,
perfect.
People on here. Want to text me? Send it that way as well.
Yeah. The roads in New England are horrible, especially when you get closer to major cities.
Trust me. I drive on the biggest parking lot to work in the Northeast. So
what was that, 95?
Oh yeah, but at least I get out before the truck traffic.
Yeah.
So I just texted that to you, so you should have it.
Yep, it's coming up, and I'll get it up there.
Yeah, and if anybody wants the flyer, my number's on it, along with Tommy O. He's the vice president of the chapter. You can reach out to us, or our numbers are on it. We're, like I said, I'm not. If I don't recognize the number, I have to head to North Carolina. Yeah, my goddaughter lives just outside of Charlotte, so usually when I'm up there, I'll take a couple of the roads and get lost. Literally get lost. I have no clue where I am, and just ride. But yeah, going back, my number's on the flyer, so if anybody wants to reach out to me, if I don't recognize the number, please leave me a message so I can get back to you.
Yep. Hello, Butler Brother Baggers. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Jim, how are you? Good to see you from Ohio. Glad you're here.
Awesome.
So what else is happening on your world there with Raging Knights, your motorcycle?
We got a few things lined up. In June, let's see here. Our mother chapter headquarters in East Haven, they got a few things going on. They're going to be doing their summer bash later this year. And let me get the.
I saw something about a breakout ride coming.
Yeah, the breakout ride's coming out. I believe it's beginning of May. So let me just get into my calendar here, and I can tell everybody what's going on club-wise. For everybody, with all our chapters.
Open to the public, of course.
Yeah, definitely open to public. So the breakout ride for headquarters is let's try that again. Let's see here. I lost it again. I hate technology. So the breakout ride is going to be Saturday, April 19th. So it's in the week before our comedy night. It's going to be the headquarters breakout poker run. It's 9 to 3 o'clock. Registration's at 9 o'clock. You can look for them on Facebook, Raging Knights Firefighter Motorcycle Club Headquarters, HQ. More information will be out there. You could go if you search Raging Knights or RKFFMC, you're bound to get all 5 of our chapters like pages. Like I said, the following week, the 26th, is our comedy night up in Seymour. In June 7th, Battalion 6, which is our New York chapter out in the Hudson Valley, Wallkill, Middletown area, they're going to do an escorted ride. They have their flyer out. Everything's up there. They usually, every year, they do a lot of riding out towards like Ellenville, Mariah, all that area, Ulster, Orange County area. Really, really great riding out there up in the hills. We go through a lot of different towns. We go through Montgomery, Middletown, just to name a few. I mean, if you ever done some riding out there in the Wallkill Village area, Middletown City, it's some great riding down there.
Absolutely. So, Dying Breed, I'm going to answer your question here. If you cut the cat off and wall the pipe to eliminate the cutout and cut out the baffles, what are the downsides? One, you're going to lose back pressure, and you need back pressure for your bike for it to run properly, because you need that reverb for the exhaust to help it breathe. Also, you would have to tune it for it. So you're going to have to get the bike retuned because you're affecting airflow. And you're going to increase airflow at the exhaust, and you're not increasing airflow at the intake. You're still going to need a tune. So, and it will sound kind of tinny, my experience. But some people like that sound. A lot of people have cut out their cats and kept the 2 into 1 into 2, the factory head pipe. So I don't recommend it. If you want to go to a 2 into 1 pipe, just get a Sawicki pipe and tune the bike for it and be done. Hey, Dr. J, thank you. No, the status of your bike. Its parts are at powder coating. Yep, it's an MA117. You will need that back pressure and a good tune if you do that.
Dying Breed, thank you there, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to mobbing the mountains as well. It's going to be a great time. Like I always say, it's always a great time. I love it. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I had such a great time last year. I'm looking forward to another great time this year.
So, I might have to go with you on that trip next year. Since I already made my plans for this year. Sounds like a good time.
So has everybody seen the videos and complaints about D&D exhaust ruining their engine?
No, I haven't heard about that. What's going on with that?
Oh, man. I watched a video of a guy in Australia today. I'm going to bring up his channel, or the name of his channel. He is a certified Harley technician. They have a customer that came in to work on, just change out the exhaust to D&D, and they end up having problems. It was Master Tech Miller is the YouTube channel. And the bike came in, no problems. He has the Figueroa designed dipstick. It was clean, no metal shavings, no nothing. They warmed the bike up. They changed out the exhaust to D&D. They warmed the bike up, and it blew the motor. They're saying that finally some of the powder coating or ceramic coating got sucked in and destroyed the motor.
Really?
Yep, they showed pictures of inside of the pipe where it was flaking and everything. It was kind of interesting to see. And I'm like, wow, I wonder how D&D is going to making that right, if they make that right,
Yeah, I mean that's some really serious stuff right there.
Yep.
But I have to agree. I thought when you said D&D, just like what Dying Breed was just saying, I thought it was going to be a little game that we're going to start rolling dice on.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. But I'm not saying anything about D&D Exhaust or the company. They are a small company in Texas. They're a small company in Texas. They do make good exhaust, but they might have had a bad batch and didn't catch it. I don't know. More to follow. I mean, I've never seen an exhaust cause a motor to blow as quickly as they showed.
Yeah, maybe it's just bad design, or
Not same design,
or some manufacturing defect is what I meant to say.
So they want to know. Well, PA Biker goes, "What's your YouTube? You don't put any videos up, do you?"
No, I don't put any videos. I'm just a lurker. I'm boring. Nobody wants to hear me talk because I talk too much.
Yeah, that's the original pipe that Tweedle had on his bike. Let's see. TC 103 can ride 200 to 300 miles a week. Oil stays perfect level. All of a sudden, down a quart, spark plugs look perfect. No junk in the exhaust. Clean intake. Where's my oil going? Check your primary. I've seen it where the output shaft seal on the motor goes bad and will fill a primary. Have your bike upright. Put a bucket underneath your derby cover. Take your derby cover off. If your oil is going somewhere, that's where it would go. Because there's a seal between the output shaft and your primary. And once that seal goes, oil will find its way into your primary just through suction and pressure. So I would check that. I've seen that a couple times. Grumpy old man, welcome to the channel. Okay, the 3 holes being done on Monday. So yeah, or if you're doing it, that's where I would look to see if you have more than just under a quart of oil in your primary. I always throw a quart in there. It doesn't hurt. But if you have, as soon as you pull that derby cover off and it spills out, there's all your motor oil. Yep. See, he says, I heard the ceramic coating coming off on the inside of the pipe, which was a mistake. Yeah, because you're not supposed to ceramic coat the inside. It's just the outside.
That could be it.
Yeah.
Flakes off.
Things happen, that's why, companies have recalls, things like that.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, it just stinks that if, it does damage like that to somebody, unknowingly, now it's a bigger issue.
Yep.
Hopefully not too many people, got affected by that, and they caught it early. Excuse me.
So somebody wants to know, do you work with Ron York?
No, I do not.
No. Okay.
I'm on the fire department side. I'm not sure if he works there or not. I went down at the enterprise.
Jack is breaking my balls. Thank you for the super chat tip. He says my favorite exhaust was Reinhardt. No, it is not Reinhardt. No, loathe the Reinhardt. My opinion. If you have Reinhardt, you love it. Hey, great. Me as a mechanic working on bikes, loathe it. Completely loathe it. Just saying.
I run Vance and Hines.
I run Sawicki Speed.
I've never heard of them before. How are they?
The best performing pipe, dyno proven.
Now you're running 2 or you're running 2-in-1?
2-in-1.
2-in-1.
Wait till you see Spaceball. You haven't seen it since all the carbon fiber went on there.
Yeah, I got to get over there to see it. Just reading what Mel saying. Mental health is the craving high school use now. We are so true. So true.
Yep.
Loud and high flowing. Nice.
Well, I mean, my Road Glide is not as loud as Spaceball, but because Spaceball is a big bore motor, so it's going to make a lot more noise. And it's a mid-length pipe, where my Road Glide, I have a full-length pipe. You'll see it this weekend.
Spaceball, is it 131 or 135?
131.
131, okay. Couldn't remember.
No, they didn't make a 135 for the Softails. Never have. And I'm kind of mixed feelings on that. I'm happy they didn't, because that didn't mean I'm now going to buy a second motor.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, for 131 in that on that bike for the weight and everything like that, that's definitely makes it a rocket.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's like probably I could probably get 107 or a 110 in mine, right?
Yeah.
Most. So I came in my heart. Sounds great. Yeah, if you like it, you like it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, if you have one, you love it. That's great. I hate it when a bike comes in. It's got a Reinhardt exhaust. I have to remove it. I'm like, oh man. Oh, cool. I'll take a look, Bree. I'll definitely take a look at it after this live. Definitely take a look at it. Let's see. I have a 117 on my road glides. Definitely snappy, more power than I need. Exactly. Let's see.
That's probably what I would get if I was to buy a new bike today.
Yeah.
I'll probably try to get one with like the 117 if possible, at least a 114 if it's an older bike. If it's
a 117 is a great motor. The 114s too. Yeah. If you get it, if production was mid-year of 2019, because that's got the upgraded oil pumps in it.
Right. Yeah, I got to say where I'm going to go. Is Davison going to be a new CEO for Harley? Is it Davison? That's going to be interesting.
That would be.
You figure what this guy's the guy that's in there now, and I really haven't been following it that much, so I'm very, I've seen some of the things, and he's not, the way I look at it, it's just like, if you're not a rider, why are you there just being a businessman? I mean, if you're, you gotta know your product. You can't just be a businessman. You can't just, make beds and you sleep on a couch all the time. You know what I mean? Right. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. And you know what? And that's why the company is where they are, because they did that whole DEI and going woke and forgot who the core customer was.
I mean, here's the thing. Harley appeals to, the way I look at it, and we've had discussions on this before. Harley appeals to a lot of people. Let's just be human beings and enjoy each other. It's the old thing. What we were taught? We weren't taught to be politically correct growing up. We were taught to be respectful to everybody. Somebody's not
treat others as you want them to treat you.
Absolutely. No, if doesn't matter who you are, what religion you are, what you look like, whatever, who you want to be. It's you.
Yep.
If
Grumpy old man, you want
to, it is what it is.
Grumpy old man, if you want a nice 2-in-1, reach out to Rolling Throttle. He can get you hooked up with a Sawicki Speed Exhaust. The website is Rollin Throttle, not rolling, but rollin throttle.com. I'll actually put it right in here for you. Reach out to Drew, and he can hook you up with a nice 2-in-1 Sawicki Speed. Let's see. At least we know Hanks already owns his own walk. Yeah, true. And from what I understand, Willy Wonka might take over as the new CEO.
But I want to Oompa Loompa too.
Yep, he'll have the Oompa Loompas working in the factories.
Yeah, we got Veruca Salt there too.
Yeah.
Road Reality said 117 feels way more powerful than the 114, even though it's slightly bigger. Oh, that's interesting to know.
Yep. I actually took in tonight. I delivered a 114 Ultra Limited, 2020 Ultra Limited with 114. Delivered that tonight. Did a lot of work to it. Mm-hmm. And ready for this, 2024 CVO Road Glide with the VVT came in, and he's having like clutch issues, he's saying. And as soon as I put on the list, I checked the belt deflection.
Yeah.
God, there's over 2 inches of belt deflection. I wonder if his belt is slipping. I don't think whoever's been doing the maintenance on that has not been checking his belt tension at all.
Oh, speaking of which,
first thing I do tomorrow is I'm going to adjust that belt and then take it for a ride.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, I got a question for you because I got 27, almost 30,000 on my bike. When should I be worried about doing the chain tensioners and everything in the case?
Well, it's a 14, right?
13.
13.
Yeah.
So that
I'm going to have to change the cables and everything. It's about that time.
your chain tensioners right around the 50,000 mile range.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure when they were supposed to be done.
If you had the earlier spring type, I would say 30,000, but with hydraulic tensioners right around the 50 to 60,000 mile range. I always recommend closer to 50. Get them before they fail.
Yeah. I'm thinking if I go and get the S&S plates like we had talked about a while back and doing that, and, throwing
the upgraded oil pump and cam plate and upgraded hydraulic cam chain tensioners. Yeah.
And even do the cams too, so I get a nice, nicer ride.
Yeah.
Might as well do that all then there to replace it. So.
Yep. That's definitely the way to go. As a matter of fact, Dr. J's bike, it's down that far where, they said, you know what? We're just going to do cam. We're going to do a cam with it too. Might as well. You're in that far. Might as well go all the way and be done with it. I said, okay.
Yeah, I got to look at do the cables and do the brake lines because I'm coming up to that and a lot of corrosion on it. Actually, I still got to figure out if I'm going to do the have you talk to you about the powder coating on my wheels. The original wheels have them because I had all that from the hurricane still, all that contamination from the salt and everything. It just never really it's a normal thing. I mean, let's just face it. The bike is 12 years old, 13 years old now.
Yeah.
So, and I try to keep it up as clean as possible, but I got to figure out what I want to do with it. And
well, the powder coater is going on vacation Friday morning, and he won't be back for a week. And I just dumped off a bunch of parts.
Right.
So, if you want to do it before Myrtle,
I'll probably do it.
Honestly, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I'll probably do it here later this year.
Yep, we could do it.
Do that, and because when I got the whatchamacallit in the tire, the nail in the tire last year, I went down to a 65 ratio aspect because that's all they had in the I forget what my back tire is, 180 70, I think it is 65.
Yep.
Or no, 180 it was 180 70. 180 70 16. They didn't have the 70. I had to go down to a 65 just so I had something.
Right.
They were able to say, which I was surprised they did. They say the guys that did it, and I can't remember the company that did, but they're not far from where Spoken Bones is. It's right next door. I forget the name. They did a great job and were able to give me a tire, and I appreciate the hell out of them.
Yeah. That was a brand new tire too.
Well, out of the four of us that went down and rode through the the swap, you put the tire on. I didn't even have 1,000 miles on that thing. That's what I was more ticked off about. But he was able to save the beat. I said I wanted it's the balance speeds. He was able to save most of the balance speeds and threw in whatever he needed to throw in else and to make sure it was still balanced and stuff. And I love those balance speeds, man. Good thing you turned me on to them. So
everybody loves them. That at first everybody's a little leery because everybody's used to spin balancing, but I do roughly about 100 to 150 tires a year, and everyone gets balance speeds, and I've had zero complaints with it.
I was on a straightaway on the way down in Virginia. It rained the whole way down. And I'm just riding, I'm cruising at about maybe 70, 75 miles an hour. We weren't going that fast, but, going fast enough to get where we need to go. And I always ride with at least one hand on the handlebar somewhere. I did this for about 5 minutes. Not supposed to do that, but let me tell you, it was my bike felt like it was damn near perfectly balanced. It was no sway, no nothing. It was just like, it was just like a perfect dialed in feeling to it. And I mean, I've never felt that with weights on the bike. You always had that little bit of, that's
because you spin balance a tire and you put the tape weights or the knock-on weights on the spokes. That's perfectly balanced when it's brand new. You go 500 to 1,000 miles later, it's not perfectly balanced anymore. Or if you hit a pothole.
Right. Oh, and we know about potholes up here.
Yeah.
How's your street?
That's fine. I mean, it's been,
Yeah,
you know,
up here it's been.
actually, you got it backwards. They rebalance every time you roll. They're always self-balancing as you're riding because, funny thing with gravity, it always works. So when you come to a stop, they go to the bottom of the tire. And as you roll, centrifugal force will put them where they want to be and automatically balance the tire. It's something so simple, but yet better.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'll never switch back.
Oh, I won't either. I run them in both my bikes. And I can tell you, I've had Spaceball triple digits plus and not a balance problem.
Right. Yeah, I just gotta get out more this year. I had a couple lean years of riding just with work and stuff, and even old dark 30. So it's just like I just don't, and I gotta take stuff to work with me, and it's just like just don't feel like pulling the bike out, at 4:30 in the morning.
And it's 35 degrees or 30 degrees.
I mean, I've done on the weekends. I've done it, going out on Saturday or Sunday, and it's a nice ride with, especially coming home on a Sunday when nobody's on the highway. I'm home in an hour, So
yeah, I mean, same thing. Most of the riding I do is I ride to and from work, and I'm in the garage.
Yeah, that's how I've done it a few times. I don't mind riding. It's just in the morning. I've been working out there 18 years. I got my routine. It's it's kind of like trying to teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
So, but
I got your text, but this is what came through.
Yeah, for some reason the text's not going through. I did send it to your messenger.
Okay.
So you have it.
Got it.
When I get off, I've been having some cell service. Actually, it's got full bars now. Maybe it'll go out.
I got it in the Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, I was having some. I got the extender in my house because my cell service stinks up here on the hill.
Yeah.
Especially being now I'm in my basement. I'm in my basement office right now. So sorry for the mess.
No worries. And just so everybody knows, there'll be motorcycles parked outside the Strand Theater.
Yes, there will be. We will have. Hopefully, we'll have some parking blocked off for the bikes. Usually, a lot of the guys we ride there. A lot of guys and girls come in on their bikes. They'll park out right in front. So it's definitely a good time. It's also a good way to start. Come in. And plus too, you come early. There's doors open at 7, but there's a lot of great places in downtown Seymour. You can go grab and eat. Jimmy's is a great place to eat.
Oh, absolutely.
Some food.
And it's pretty cool. You got the train station across the street. You see the train come by.
Yeah,
it's usually a great time.
Yeah, parking is there. There is a municipal. There are a few municipal lots. There's a parking lot next to the Strand, but there's street parking. You just got to find it. The Strand, and downtown Seymour is very walkable, so it's you're not walking too far. So there's handicap parking for those that we need it to as well in front of the building and in the parking lot as well. But yeah, you go to a lot of these small towns like where we live. You got like the restaurants downtown in our town. You got a lot of great places, which is nice.
Yeah.
And they're open on the weekends, and you go out on a ride somewhere. And you decide to go, hey, let's go up 67 up to Litchfield. Next thing you know, middle of Litchfield Borough. I mean, look at how many nice little restaurants and stuff are up there. Stop in there, grab a soda or a beer, get something to eat.
Absolutely.
Continue on your ride from the day.
Absolutely.
Way to go.
Brian from the Ride Light Podcast. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I saw you earlier. I didn't get a chance to say hello, but I want to say hello to you. Good to see you. Great guy. We hung out a little bit down in Daytona. I was on one of their episodes, which was a lot of fun. What a great time. And I had Brian on my show one night. Brian and Jim. It was a great time.
Yeah, I haven't watched the show in a while. I got to get back I got to catch up on some of the old episodes and stuff. I just been hermit with working, so much going on, so little time to do it in.
So let me ask you, how do you feel about Laconia changing their dates?
I I'm kind of surprised that they did. I'm just used to this around my
And
birthday.
that way for 100 years, right? That it
Yeah.
ended on Father's Day weekend.
Right.
But I think what they're trying to do is get away from the rain.
Yeah, it's that time of the year. When we went up last year, I think there was one day it rained, and the last day we went riding. We started in the mountains and started to rain, and we ended up turning back, and it was fine on the way home. But yeah, that time of year, it's kind of you run into it, especially at the higher elevations.
Yep.
But yeah, I was surprised that they that they're changing it to the 14th. Was it 14th or the 22nd this year?
Something like that. What's funny is we talked about it at Mob in the Mountains last year about holding it this year, and it says, hey, Laconia ends Father's Day weekend. Why don't we do the weekend after? So the people who want to do both can.
Yeah.
So that's why it was picked out for that weekend. And yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's just it's like spring rally down in Myrtle Beach. It starts on Mother's Day weekend. I think it was only one year I've gone down there where it wasn't near Mother's Day. It was the week after Mother's Day. That's the way it felt.
Yeah.
If you don't get soaked, it's so true.
Yeah. And
So
Mother's Day weekend at Myrtle Beach, on Mother's Day, there's a great breakfast at the Beaver Bar.
Yes, there is. Very, very good breakfast.
And it's not a lot of money, if my memory serves me correct.
$5.
Yeah, something stupid.
And it's all you can eat. You load that plate up. The food is good. It's not greasy. Take a lot of pride. And you know what I do? Bacon with a biscuit smothered and covered.
Hey, Joe D'Artagnan, how you doing? Good to see you, Joe.
But that's the other thing. That's the other thing I love about riding and to come to summertime. There's so many great places where you could go grab something, whether you want to have a sit-down meal or you just want to grab a hot dog.
Well, you know what they say. You give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day.
Yeah.
You give a man a motorcycle, he'll ride 200 miles to get that fish sandwich.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And look at what we have here in Connecticut. You want a good lobster roll. I mean, yeah, you could go to Turks and West Haven, but you want to take a good ride, go down to Ford's, Abbott's, or Costello's down in Noank.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, you don't have to take, except for going over a couple of the rivers, was predominantly Connecticut River, but you don't have to take the highway bridges. You take the long way, go up the Singing Bridge over.
You take Route 80.
Yeah, Route 80. Go out 82 to was it 81 or 82? Go over to the Goodspree Bridge instead of going over the highway. Come down.
Yep.
Go over through Niantic.
Yep.
I'll stop at the women's prison and get my date.
Do you pick up hitchhikers outside the women's prison?
Yeah, I cannot confirm or deny, and I'll plead the fifth of Jack. But
last week I got rocked. I was drinking Bird Dog, the salted caramel.
Ooh.
I had tumblers maybe about that big, and within less than an hour, I drank 2 of them. I was toasted. Good night, Big Mike. I'm down in Hidden Gem Fish Sandwich, about 30 minutes west of Daytona. Ooh, I wish I knew that, Joe, when I was down there.
I have to remember that when I'm down there visiting family. I got to get down there, see Ricky, too. He's down there, our founder.
Yeah.
He's Port St. Lucie. So I got all family in that area.
Hey, Ariel Jackson, what's up, man? I burned up my PV4 this weekend. Well, white smoke poured out of the side of my car. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Good thing. You don't have to keep that plugged in, I don't think, all the time.
Some of them do, some of them don't.
Right. Well, even the DynoJet ones, you don't have to keep them plugged in.
Yeah, because they program the ECM, right?
Oh, Joe Dirt, I would love to come down for Biketoberfest this year, but I can't. I'm limiting myself to rallies this year because next year I'm saving time and money. We're headed out to Sturgis for 2026, And that's a big expense and a big time expense. So it's like a week travel out and back for me, plus the week there. So I need 2 weeks of vacation time, plus all that money. So I would love to come down there and do that. Maybe, Joe, we'll hook up in 2027. Big shout out to the guys at Daytona Helmets. I picked up a carbon fiber modular helmet while I was in Daytona from Daytona Helmets. Mm-hmm. I can tell you, it is the lightest modular helmet I've ever purchased.
I have to take a look at that.
I'll show you when you come here.
I'd like to see that.
And the price isn't bad. They're like $440. They're DOT and ECE approved. Mm-hmm. And I have a link that's scrolling across the bottom and pinned at the top. They get 15% off. So it comes out to just under $400 for a brand new helmet.
Nice.
And it ships quick.
Nice.
It ships really quick.
I'll tell you, you know how much I hated helmets. And I used to run just a skidlet, but when I got that module that I have with the the Sense device and everything in it, I fell in love with it. It fits perfectly. I definitely would like to see this Daytona helmet.
Oh yeah.
If it's something that's going to be an upgrade for me, definitely. Because let's just face it, I don't got a windshield, so.
I look at it this way. It's over 1.5 pounds lighter than my previous helmet. I did a video on it. And I'm thinking 1.5 pounds off my neck and my shoulders on a 6 to 8 hour ride.
Yeah.
My neck and back and shoulders are going to thank me.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you, with my neck and back and shoulders, it's like, as soon as I cross into South Carolina, helmet's off. Granted, we're doing 4 or 5.
I'm glad SNS is warranting that PV4 for you. That's awesome that they did that.
Nice.
So, okay, that'll probably be 2027 be the next time I come down to Daytona for Bike Week. We'll definitely keep in touch and we'll definitely come out, hang out. The C6 is out of stock, Western Extra Small, available maybe in June. That's correct.
Cool.
My wife got the last small C6, and I bought mine in Daytona at the International Speedway, right from Daytona Helmets. And I bought their communicators. I bought colored shields for them. I'm sold on Daytona helmets. I'm thinking I'm going to replace my half shells with a Daytona helmet here soon.
Nice.
I just have to measure my head and my wife's head because I just don't buy one. I have to buy 2. One for me, one for the wife. And I didn't buy my wife's down in Daytona because I didn't know if she would like it. And 2, I didn't know exactly what size she needed. So when I came home, we figured it out and we ordered it right up. Great people to deal with. Awesome guy. Last week I had Lucas on. He was from Daytona Helmets. We talked all about the helmets, the manufacturing, the company, everything. So if you get a chance next week, take a look at it. Then you can see me get quite cocked and had to end the live because I was just way too cocked. I won't do that again. Last time I got that cocked, I was drinking with Jess Rips on a live, and woof.
Well, I'm a stout guy. Found Cassius Brewery. It's in Brantford, around Brantford.
Yep.
They got a stout Nero. They've had a couple different versions of it, but this was just a straightforward stout. And usually, some of the stouts, some of them can be too boozy if they're like a bourbon based or anything like that. This was a straightforward stout, more kick than a Guinness. And let me tell you, we had it cold. It was a perfect stout. You didn't have it wasn't thin at all. Yeah, I drank 2 or 3 of those, and I thank God I wasn't driving that day. Oof.
So RBL, they do have a sizing chart. So if you get yourself one of those like clothing tape measures, measure your head, and it will tell you what size that measurement. When you take the measurement, let's say you're 22 and a half, you look down, it says, okay, 22 and a half, this is my my size. It's really simple. That's how we ordered Mel's helmet. That's how we're going to order our half shells. We're going to measure our head, and we're going to order some half shells. Probably going to order the carbon fiber because they're so light and durable. One of the stunt riders did a jump, came down, gave himself a black eye, knocked himself out cold, and they inspected the helmet. They didn't x-ray it, but they inspected the helmet, and they says not one fracture in it.
Wow.
But they replaced the helmet anyways.
Oh, yeah.
And it's somebody they sponsor, so. But what a testimonial, of a helmet. I mean, wow.
Yeah, coming down like that, not seeing any cracks or anything. Goes to show you how light and strong that stuff is.
Yep. And it was a C6 helmet he was wearing.
Yeah.
Which is the same helmet Mel and I just purchased, and I'm happy we have them. I like riding with it. A lot less wind noise. The vents work great. There's 2 up front and 2 on the top. Get good airflow, and I love them. I think it's perfect.
It's amazing with carbon fiber today. What can be made out of it. And then just the strength alone. Just not even in the motorcycle world. Just or automotive world for that matter. All the products that are out there made by it. It's unbelievable. Wait
till you see Spaceball. You'll be surprised.
Now that's all I have on black stuff that you were put on. I saw that.
Yes. Yeah, the rear fender, the front fairing, the outer fairing actually, and the 2 side covers. I haven't done the video for that yet, but I will. But I do have the 2 battery side covers in carbon fiber. I also have their carbon fiber hand guards. So, I mean, and their stuff isn't thin carbon fiber. I have a front fender that's carbon fiber from another brand, and it's pretty thin. So and I did the weighing of the fenders and everything, between the rear fender and the front fairing, I shaved 6 pounds.
Oh, wow.
2 pounds up front and 4 pounds in the rear.
Considerable weight loss.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a performance built bike, and, weight to horsepower ratio is everything at that point.
Yeah,
the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Rolling Throttles in the house. What's up, Drew? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in, man. Hopefully your ears were burning. We gave out your website to somebody that says looking for a good 2-in-1, so we gave that out tonight. Gave out your website. So here's hopes. We told them to contact you, and you'll hook them right up. So, yeah. But so just so you know,
yeah,
July 19th, it's a Saturday.
Okay.
We're meeting at the diner in Waterbury, right off of Route 8.
Okay.
You get off the exit for Docks.
Yep.
You make a left again. There's that diner at the split. We're meeting there, and it's a Dr. Harley ride. You and all your brothers are more than welcome to join us. We're going to meet there early for breakfast, roughly around 11 a.m. We're going to have kickstands up, and
July 19th?
July 19th, Dr. Harley ride. I'm still going to make the flyer and get it out there, but I try to get it out as much as I want. Everybody's invited. You're more than welcome to come and hang out and ride and have a good time. It's a great time. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great ride. We're going to probably head up around Beacon Falls area and then up into the Berkshires and have a great time at the Berkshires. Probably stop at Berkshire Distillery and then have lunch at the brewery, which is a great time.
Nice.
Good food.
What time what time's KSU?
Kickstands up's probably going to be 11.
All right, I'll get out to the brothers. I'm sure we get a couple guys to go.
I'm sure. I wrote
a note just to make sure I don't forget this time.
Yeah. Yes, he does have the exclusive on Sawicki Exhaust. He never leaves Florida. Oh, man. Hillbilly Hot Dog. How far are you from that place, Doc? I don't know Hillbilly Hot Dog. I know Super Duper Weenie in Fairfield. I'm about 20 miles from them.
Don't forget Windmill in Stratford. They make a good hot dog.
Blackie's in Cheshire.
I like Blackie's for the burgers.
Blackie's hot dogs are the best, hands down.
They are good. They are good. I will not.
I bring them to Daytona. I bring them to Mobbin. I'll be bringing them again to Mobbin. I got people hooked on their mustard and their relish.
Yeah, you got a point there. I won't disagree.
Yep. That's it. Watch more of my videos and listen to the Right Light podcast. Order parts from Rolling Throttle. That's advice from HDAV Traveler, all the way out of Texas.
I will definitely do that. Definitely do that.
Hey, get all your friends.
I'll just come to the garage and talk to you for hours on end. Philly hot dog is awesome if you're talking about West Virginia. Okay.
Well, we're going to have to try those, Drew, when we're out there.
I still say nothing's better than New York City dirty water dog.
Oh, no. Of course not.
only two condiments on that dog. The water was cooked in and the hot dog bun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Texas here, too. Yep. RBL Jackson's from Texas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got a text. Something I got to look at here.
Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. But, hey, leave it at this an hour and a half. I'm going to open this up to anybody who wants to pop on and hang out. We'll talk about your favorite motorcycle accessory and your favorite motorcycle, one that you owned or one that you like to own. Like my favorite motorcycle I'd like to own, I call it the Unobtainium because it would be a 38 Knucklehead. No, you need some sauce on that hot dog. Oh, okay. Coney Islands. Hey, what's up, bad boy? Deep East Texas. Right on.
Deep East Texas. I think one of my members lives out that way somewhere.
Are you talking deep east like Corpus Christi? Or are you talking Houston area? Or in between? Hello, bad boy. Thanks for joining us tonight.
What's going on, bad boy?
Uh-oh, you're in trouble. Here's the man himself, Mr. Rolling Throttle, where all you get your awesome high-performance parts. And boy, did I make a credit card scream like yesterday.
Oh, but we got the good stuff for you.
Oh, absolutely. Well, not for me, but for Dr. J.
Well, yeah, for the family. We got the good stuff for the family.
Oh, yeah. Give you an idea, she's getting a Thunder Max ECU. And it comes with the wideband O2 sensors. What are you doing, Drew?
The what? Cutting in and out.
It's that Tennessee internet. Blame Tweedle.
Yeah.
Let's see. We did our Three Sisters over the weekend. Yeah, nice. I heard that's a great ride. That's a bucket list ride for me. Rode all day, 38 to 50 degree weather. Not perfect weather, but still better than working. Absolutely. So, Drew, let me ask you, what is the favorite mod you have on your current motorcycle?
My Sawicki exhaust.
I think that's the only mod you have on your exhaust.
It is. I got a stack of parts that I have not put on this bike. So.
Oh, stack of parts. I like stacks of parts.
Yeah, everybody else's bike's getting built before mine.
Well, that's what happens. Like the shoemaker's kids went without shoes.
Yeah. Just like Dally, we just got his fan kit in, so that's going in. So we can
nice.
Since we're racing this weekend, so.
Nice. No better way to break in a new cam than, let it rip down an 8th mile.
Yep. What are you laughing about?
I'm excited.
No.
She's going to tear the hell out of everybody.
I got a couple new tricks that I gotta practice on. It's kind of see if it helps a little bit.
Okay.
I got I got some pointers.
Okay.
Turn up
They're either gonna go sideways or really good.
turn up my volume. What are you,
I already did. To turn up the mic. I turned up your mic.
Sorry. Evil Rick's getting old. Turn your hearing aids up, Evil Rick.
What?
Oh man. Yep. There's the boss lady in the background.
Hey, Dr. Harley, too bad our president for my chapter's not on there. What? He pulling his hearing aid out and giving it to you.
Greg, he's in Tennessee. Evil Rick says you're mumbling.
Oh.
I am not mumbling.
So what would be your dream motorcycle?
So what?
What's your dream motorcycle?
I had it. She made me sell it.
Blue Spade?
I did not make you sell it.
I love that bike. It was a necessary evil. Like, you love and hate at the same time.
Yep. Hate to love, love to hate.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful bike, though. You got to admit.
Like, when it ran, great. I was in love with it. When it broke, I hated it. So,
especially when it left you stranded in the middle of the Badlands, I think it was.
no, it was in the.
Was that Bear Mountain Pass?
I forget, some pass north of Yellowstone in the middle of nowhere with no cell reception.
Yeah, it was between West Yellowstone and Bozeman, Montana.
Yeah.
In a canyon.
Oof.
With no cell service.
Freezing cold.
Yeah, it was like September, and it was fucking. I had on three pairs of gloves.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cold.
That'd be cold up there.
Not a bright idea, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's because we sat in traffic because somebody wanted to see fluffy cows.
The cows just happened to be on our path, and yes, we did sit in Buffalo traffic.
That's when the fluffy cow decided he wanted to wrangle with me.
3 hours we were stuck in bison traffic.
Yeah.
Wow, Ariel Jack says his favorite mod is the Olin suspension, front and back.
Well, that's good stuff right there.
Yeah, it is.
I'll take my suspension tech, though.
Absolutely. Mel wants to know, did you ride the fluffy cows?
I got close to it.
Was it moving?
Yes.
Sorry, bro. I had to say it.
Drew's like Mongo. He walked up to the fluffy cow, looked at him cross-eyed, punched him, and knocked him out.
Listen, going to one of the guys at work, I swear to God, when we go through the Preston or we're going up north of Mutual Aid, every time we pass a cow, he yells, "Cow, cow!" We know there's cows out here.
Yep. So there was a guy asking about Moonshine Harley earlier.
No.
Few others gave him the 411 because they're talking about the 200 horsepower turbo bike they built. I didn't have the heart to tell them that OF Performance built a over 200 horsepower bike with a turbo.
That stayed together.
Yep.
That's the key.
Yep.
All I can say is I don't recommend it. I don't recommend. That's all I got to say on that subject.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all we got.
Crystal has spoken.
Yeah.
She just mic dropped us off.
$1,000 just say that.
So Rolling Frontal's got a new website. It's awesome. It's full of great parts and accessories.
And it's only getting bigger. Because, like I said, I still have more parts to put on there once we get stuff finalized. So.
Yep. So, I mean, It was a good time. I mean, it's a really nice website. It's got all the updated information about Mob in the Mountains on there.
And
Which,
I even
go
threw
ahead.
on. I even threw on our joke that we call the race team. Because let me tell everybody, we're not a race team. We're a bunch of guys just figuring it out and just like to race each other.
It's not a real race team.
It's not a real race team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a race team in your mind. That almost matters.
Wish list that isn't obtainable for me would be the new CVO. Dude, I can build you one that beat the living ever piss out of that thing for half the price.
Same here. That's starting with a brand new motorcycle too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they dropped that. I'm like, I could go out in the parking lot and get a bike that will whip the crap out of this thing and be less money.
Yeah, the Harley guys were kind of shocked when I looked at them and says, "Yeah, I got a soft tail that'll knock the snots out of this bike." Like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's making more horsepower and torque. They're like, a soft tail? I'm like, yeah. And when I told them, I'm like, oh, then I showed them the dyno sheets and the draw hit the floor.
And the one part that I would be interested in, you can't buy.
What's that?
The mid controls. You can't get the mid controls. Everything else is in the P&A except the mid controls.
Does it have
Yeah.
controls on it? The new
The new RR, yep.
Oh, give it some time, they'll be available.
Everything else is available right now,
Yeah.
except the paint. You can't buy the body work or the body parts and paint.
I got a guy I could get close enough.
Yeah. He's down in Florida.
Yeah.
He painted Blue Spade. Did a great job. Painted a lot of other bikes too.
He painted Oshigogo's bike,
Yep.
and it's winning all kinds of awards down in Daytona for best paint.
Nice.
Well, because if you look at pictures, it just looks simple. It's one of those paint jobs. When you get close to it, you see how
Intricate it is.
intricate that it is. It looks simple, but it's not.
Yep. So Jack wants to know, why would you need mid controls?
Actually, Crystal runs mid controls right now, and the more I ride her mid controls, the more I'm like, this is super comfortable. And
Why do you think I put him back on Spaceball?
Yeah, like, and I have more control over the bike when I start throwing it hard through the turns.
That's why I put him back on Spaceball. And now I got the Recluse clutch on there.
Mine never came with mid controls. Mine always had forward, but I did bring them back an inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I get that little bit of the knee in there, and I got the mid forwards now instead of the peg, so it's a lot more comfortable ride. But I don't ride as hard as you guys do. So I can ride hard when I need to, but
well, you ride your ride, and that's what's important.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, just because we're idiots doesn't mean you have to be too.
Hey, that's a good intro. Hey, just because we're idiots doesn't mean you have to be one too.
I think that's a new Dr. Harley t-shirt line.
Actually, I've been saying since I started the channel, I avoid warranties. And I was going to make that shirt until I saw Steve with sick baggers that said, I avoid warranties, sick baggers. I'm like, well, there goes that idea.
Oh, man.
But I bet you if I called Steve and asked him if I could use it, he'd probably have no problem with it.
Oh, yeah. Some of the t-shirts that you could come up with, some of the sayings, it'd be good. Left lane syndicate.
Yep.
Left lane is for crime. That t-shirt took off, man. Everybody I know has that t-shirt, sticker, you name it.
Well, it's like what was it, years ago we used to say this bike fucks, and now that's a sticker.
Yep.
And
hey, Buck Brown. Hello, good evening to you, sir.
taking my seat back, Crystal.
Okay.
I don't like your seat.
I don't like it either.
I guess Crystal's getting a new seat.
Oh, it's on the list.
So steak and lobster for you and Crystal.
I wish. Life of the small town business owner.
Well, hopefully things will work out where we're ordering a lot of Sawicki exhaust from you this year, and you could have steak and lobster.
Yeah, I wear a shirt with the family and have a good time.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice to take your wife out for a real nice dinner?
I need
Don't even start with all that crap.
You already got tires, Crystal.
No, I got one tire. I might need some new heads.
Some new heads. Actually,
I got
Crystal,
a little.
I'm just saying.
Crystal needs head. Drew, will you handle her head work?
I got a beat Twindle.
You already own Tweedle.
Well, I gotta make sure I keep stomping his ass.
He wants to race me. I'm like, you got to race up to line up with me. You got to be able to beat Crystal and Drew and everybody else.
Well, he beats me now. I will put that out there. He beats me now.
Well, yeah, because he's, why don't I tell you what, when you line up against him, tell him you want the hit and 4 bike lengths since you're on a stock bike.
Yeah, it's just like between his and like her bike, like I don't know. I give it all she has, and it's like I'm not even trying to go anywhere.
No, that is not true, Tweedle. I pulled up right alongside of Crystal last year at Mobbin. I yawned. She throttled up, and I throttled up right there with her. That's right. You were so far in the back, you didn't see that.
Yeah, you do have a different setup than that time.
Yeah, I have a new cam.
Yeah, I know. But I won't be bringing Spaceball to Mobbin this year.
I'm more used to my bike now.
Oh my god! Are you going to be on the live, or are you going to sit over there and just talk off?
I'm just going to sit over
You
here.
see, Tweedle, 100% come down to the track. Hooligans don't track race. We street race.
Yeah. Anyways, what I was going to say, yes, bring the bagger because of especially the one ride to Mothman to be a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, RBL Jackson, when I talk to somebody and we're selecting a cam, I tell people all the time, this is the time you have to be the most honest with yourself and me, because I have a spreadsheet that I plug in information from what you tell me, and then it tells me what a lift and duration that you would need to fit you and your riding style. So not one cam fits all. Drew and I had a conversation about this yesterday. The Cyclorama CR480 cam, right? That's a perfect cam for me for my road glide. Does that mean it's a perfect cam for Izzy or Drew or anybody else? No. It depends on your riding style. What RPM range you like to ride in, what RPM range you like to shift in, what RPM you like to cruise in. How often are you 1 up or 2 up? How much you weigh, how much you and your passengers weigh. Because if you're looking for a torque cam, that's also another factor. Because you can have torque or you can have horsepower. You can come close to having the same as far as numbers go, but
okay.
It's good.
Here's my question. Are these people saying they want a torque cam because they're used to the characteristics of the twin cam? Because the M8 is completely different animal.
Yep.
Because you can have
torque junkie.
You can have a good balance with the M8. You can have your torque and your horsepower.
Yep. I'm a torque junkie. I like the feeling of torque. So Butler Brothers Baggers wants to know, do you have in stock a 2-1 full length brushed with a billet cap? If not, what's the ETA?
I got that.
There you go. Bagger Brothers, he's got it in stock. You order it tonight, you'll ship it tomorrow.
I will put it out here right now. I am Sawicki's #1 distributor. And I keep stuff in stock that everybody else has to wait weeks and weeks and weeks for.
There you go. So order it tonight, it'll ship tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
man.
That's the one thing I can say. Like, I know people's like, yeah, I've tried to buy them off of Sawicki and it took weeks and da 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 da. You don't have that with me. I got you. I got the crack. Come get it.
Yep. So there's the website. You bring it right to the exhaust. Mods are on it tonight. I'm an M8 114, by the way. I like Torque 2, ran a VTX 1800 since it came out in 02. Great torque for an 02 motorcycle factory bike at the time. Yeah. So.
It's the 114 though. That's like the one. That is the one M8 motor I don't like.
The what?
Really?
The 114.
It's
To
not
me,
bad. I don't think it's bad.
I just everything we've learned over the years, that's the one motor I just don't like. It's like it's the bastard child of the M8s.
I didn't have no problem on my lowrider S.
I have no problem with my lowrider S with the 114, or the 114 that was in my 19 Road Glide.
Oh,
Joe
Doc,
says, number one, question mark, question mark, question mark. You sell more Sawicki exhausts than any other distributor.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I sell more Sawicki exhaust than JP Cycles and all those people.
Yep. And Joe Tatar says, and the 114 salt like you.
I mean, I can make it better. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it. I'm just out of all the inmates I deal with, that's the one.
Well, it all depends. Is it a early 19 and older 114? Because those have problems with the cams and transmission transfers from the transmission to the primary. Mid 19, they fixed all that. They put the breather in the inner primary. They changed out the oil pump and they put a seal in there. It's much better. So, I mean, the 114 mid 19 and newer was a pretty solid motor.
So I say that, and we're doing a little experiments with Dallas's build. I got some new stuff that we're throwing at Dallas's 114.
Okay.
To see if what I've learned works.
Yep. Joe says then make his better. All you have to do is call Rolling Throttle. He'll tell you what you need and just give him your credit card and cry until it comes in and then you'll be happy.
As Nori says.
Yeah, as Nori says. Don't worry about it. It's next month's problems.
So
exactly.
Years of joy.
So what's this with plumbing and you? Everybody wants to know. Did you fix your plumbing?
Oh, yeah. Our faucet in the kitchen just broke, so I've been having to be Mr. Plumber.
Do you pull your pants down and give Crystal a plumber crack while you're doing it?
I do it without pants.
Okay.
I make it like a little bounce chicka wow wow music in the back.
Oh, Lord.
Like, I'm here to fix your pipe, baby.
Yep. All right. So what RPM range, RBL Jackson, do you like to shift at? What RPM range do you like to cruise at? It's usually about an hour and a half conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's more of your characteristics. What are you comfortable with?
Yep. I mean, I could throw out a cam for you and your 19 Road Glide. That might be perfect for me. I mean, in my 117, I'm running the Cyclorama CR480 cam. The Andrews 485 is also a good cam. There's so many good cams out there. But like the Start 3030 cam, that's another good cam, but is it the right cam for you? Like I said, that's like an hour and a half conversation that we can actually have. And then I can help you select a cam. Or you can call Rolling Throttle up and you could talk to him. You could select the cam, order it through him, and have it drop shipped. Because he does cam kits that come with the push rods, the lifters, and all the gaskets.
And a new cam bearing.
And yep.
Yep, it
Gotta
comes.
have so many of those in stock.
Well, I just figured it'd be easier for people if I just did it as a cam kit,
Yep.
so they don't have to go and try to find everything that they need. Here you go. Here's your kit.
Absolutely. Roll throttle makes bikes go fast. That's true. That is very true. Made my road glide faster.
Crystal
That's
says
got a rolling throttle too.
yeah. Crystal says she's super happy with her cam and her setup.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out what I want to do.
We could sit down, Izzy, and have that conversation. We could sit down on the patio, throw some burgers or something on the grill, and
I'll bring over whatever you want to drink.
But Doc,
Sure.
this is going to be the first time Doc gets one of these cam kits with the new Secret Squirrel cams.
yeah, I'm very, very interested to see it. Oh, and what I like to drink, Izzy, it's the Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels.
That is very, very good. I've had that before.
I bought a bottle right from Lynchburg, right from the distillery.
Yeah.
And that bottle didn't last long. It is so smooth.
You drink it neat or on rocks or mix it?
I drank it the Sinatra way. Well, first we did it on the rocks.
Yeah.
And then we did it the Frank Sinatra way, which is you take your whiskey glass, you put a large ice cube in it, bring the whiskey to the top of the ice cube, and then you fill the rest with water. And that's how Frank Sinatra drank it.
Yep, that's actually a nice way of doing it.
What?
Tweedle says he's coming for you.
Opens it up a lot.
I bet he is.
I'm usually a bourbon guy, but I do like the Jack Daniels from time to time.
Oh, you got to go down to the distillery. It's a great tour.
You know what? We have to go
Tommy's been down there. He's told me about it when he used to work down there, gone down there. I love to get down there one day.
I did a nice video of the distillery tour of what they let me record.
Yeah, I think I saw that. Now that you mention it. Nothing like
Then we went to Miss Mary Bobo's, and that's some good food there. You got to make an appointment.
Oh, really?
I need some new parts for my bike.
Yeah, nothing like good drink, good food, and good cigar afterwards.
Yeah. So, Drew, Crystal wants carbon fiber now.
Oh, she
I
won't.
have already wanted that.
But she wants the Secret Squirrel heads and crank next.
Blue Spade 2.0.
Secret Squirrel. I'm intrigued now.
It's a cam that a lot of people don't know about, and it's
Heads that people don't know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find it on your regular YouTube videos.
Right. Interesting.
Carbon.
I'm gonna pop the car and have a yard with the carbon fiber.
That's Rhodey to a T.
Love that guy.
Love Rhodey.
I work with a girl from Boston.
Saying got a Secret Squirrel cam. Great conversation piece. Yep. You want to find out? Let's line up. You'll find out all about that cam.
Oh, man.
But the problem is, if you let the secret out, then everybody's going to have it. Then you lost the edge.
That's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Or you just
the same cam that's coming for Hannah's bike?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, the reason I say it like that is because the guy will not sell to the public
Or any big box.
or any big box stores.
Nice. And they're a manufacturer of some amazing tools.
Oh no, that's not the same. No, that's not the same people. No.
Okay.
This is no. I know it sounds like this, but it's not the same.
Okay.
Secret Squirrel, there's no website, there's no nothing. You just have to know a guy to find out to know a guy.
So Dallas wants your hat. Here it is. Here it is. Dallas, go to the track, line up with Drew. If you beat him, you get his hat.
Well,
He did buy it for you.
he's making fun of me because on TikTok, our TikTok's blowing up, and everybody's like, "I want that hat." So he's making fun of me.
But that's a good bet.
Yeah.
Line up against Drew, and if you beat him, you get the hat. I'm just not saying which bike Drew will be on.
Did we lose him?
Nope. He's back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Right, Drew?
Get out of here because I got to get up at dark 30 tomorrow.
All right, Izzy. Thanks for coming on. Thank you for that information. I will definitely get that flyer out on all my social medias.
Yeah,
and just remember, 4 tickets for me.
Yep, you're already written down. Got you there. So I'll be around this weekend. I'll give you a call.
I'll be in the garage all weekend working. So
yeah, I'll swing by. I got a date Saturday night, so I'll swing by this Saturday during the day. Say hello. Maybe bring you a coffee.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful.
Well, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
We'll talk soon. If you're ever up this way, just I'm across town from the doctor here, so hopefully we all get to get up and we'll take a couple places to go get a good hot water dog.
Yeah, Doc won't let me up there, so.
Bullshit. You're welcome anytime.
You know, hey Doc, he could come over on this side of the Naugatuck River. We got better water.
You know what? Put it this way. You and Chris will jump on the bikes right up this way if you want. You got a place to sleep. You got a place to park the bikes. We'll put it right in the OR.
Yep.
If you bring some parts, I cannot say I won't install them while you're sleeping. Well, who are you kidding? If you bring up parts, we're installing them as soon as you get here.
Yeah.
It's Christmas in July at Dr. Harley's house. So.
Well, July will be at Gettysburg.
Awesome.
Later, Izzy.
All right, we'll see you guys later. I'll talk to you soon. Good night.
Yep, bye. Boom, just like that, he's out. Oh, man. So, yeah, man, I took a look at the new website. I got real excited when I saw you had T-bars, and I started going through, and I'm sitting there going, I'd love to, but I got to save money for Sturgis.
Yep. I understand.
I'd love to, but I got to save money for Sturgis, you know? Then I'm thinking about it. Do I really want to put T-bars on the Road Glide? You know, it's not a performance bagger. It's my touring bike. And I know Crystal tours with hers, you know.
Yeah.
What's that guy, Bruce Wayne? No, he's Izzy. He's a good friend of mine. He's also a good customer of mine. His family lives literally diagonally across the street from me. And I work on his bike, so I support his organization, which is the Raging Knights Firefighter Club, as much as I can, which now just comes down to comedy nights because I don't have time to go to clubhouses during the week or weekends.
Oh, what's fire, MC?
Raging Knights.
Yeah, I was a Red Knight for a while.
They started out as Red Knights, and then for some reason they changed it to Raging Knights.
Yeah.
They're doing a fundraiser. It's a comedy night that raises money for the children's burn camp. And they get good comedians, not, you know, local schmoes that don't know what they're doing. These are people who've been on like Def Comedy Jam. People have been on the Blue Collar comedy nights and things like that.
I'll come up there, give them a little hillbilly comedy where I come from.
When you hear that, you ride to it for the best moonshine.
Yeah. Don't run away.
Yeah, I like that bar set up on my 19 Road Glide. It has a KSC 12-inch bars. Nice, comfortable for the 500-mile day. Absolutely. I have the hammerheads. 12-inch on my bike right now, and I've been toying with the idea of putting T-bars on it with a gauge relocation, but I don't know. I want to, but I don't want to because my wife and I, we tour on that bike. Take off, we'll go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, Ocean City, Maryland, Virginia Beach, New Hampshire, upstate New York. I mean, doesn't matter. So that's why I'm very hesitant of changing bars. Plus, I just put those bars on last year. Thank you, Dallas.
Yeah, you know who likes stand-up comedy?
No, stop it.
No, I gotta tell you a funny story about that. So I'm watching
Okay.
comedy. I'm watching comedy one night, and she's like, "I don't like this stuff." I'm like, "What don't you like about it?" She's like, "I don't like the standing up or the comedy."
Well, would you like it if they were sitting down?
Yeah.
That's why they keep fucking with me.
Oh, there's the boss. Don't put T-bars on the road line. The boss said not to.
Well,
There she is taking food out of your mouth.
mm-hmm.
And you're doing
That's right.
Mothman ride just for her, too.
I know. I'm doing a ride just for her because that's all she ever asked about. Is Mothman.
Yep. And now she's taking food out of your mouth.
My gosh.
Oh, man. Blame Dallas 2025. No, it was called Blame Dallas for handlebars.
Yeah.
Because after I rode his bike down in Tennessee, I'm like, oh, man, this is so much. Honey, we already have cams in that bike.
Oh, what's she trying to tell you, Doc?
I think she's trying to say the bike's too slow.
I don't know. It hits pretty hard.
Oh, see that, and people see. I love my wife; she's awesome. All right, we're going to order a turbo for Spaceball. I got Mike in hand his credit card.
And this was the last slide Doc did.
Yeah, because not Mike, Hannah would kill me.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I would not do that. I have such a thing called integrity.
I know you got to tell people stuff's jokes nowadays.
Yep, it's a joke.
It's a joke.
Yep. I tell him I have some hammerheads for sale. About a year late, brother. About a year late.
Yeah, because we got a whole new setup coming on Dallas's.
Oh, man. Well, she does, but she'll also be on with me with the turbo, so. Yep. Oh, man.
I hope people realize it's not just slapping the turbo on the bike. There's a lot more goes into a turbo build.
One, you got to go to low compression for boost. Yeah. Two, you're going to have to upgrade your cylinder studs and your cylinder head bolts. Two, you're going to have to gap your rings, or three, gap your rings properly. There's a lot to building a turbo bike. You just can't slap a turbo on and call it done.
No.
You can't. The money that, okay, if you get a Trask, you're looking at about 10 grand for a turbo setup. Then you could take that number, divide it by half, add that to the 10 grand, and that's your motor build to support said turbo.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, guess what you'll be doing every year? Rebuilding your motor.
And not all cams work with turbos.
Nope. Nope. You know? I already still have Spaceball. The Road Glide is our touring bike, honey. It doesn't need to be balls to the wall fast. It could look like it goes balls to the wall fast. Doesn't need to go balls to the walls fast. But if I need to, I'll throw that son of a bitch on a two-step and launch it. Send it. Did that in Florida twice. First time, first gear, not a good idea. I ended up on the back seat. Second time, did in second gear, much better. Hint, hint, Tweedle, when you go on your two-step at the track. No, the Road Glide is plenty fast enough the way it is. Am I wrong, Drew? For what it is, it's got plenty of nut to it.
Yeah.
See, he's scared of the two-step. I don't need the two-step yet. That's because you're scared. That's okay, Tweedle. Know your limits.
All right, I'm gonna jump off here because I gotta get back at it. So
Yep, we're gonna be ending this soon. It's at 2 hours and 11 minutes so far. Thanks for coming on. Hey, big shout out to Rolling Throttle Company and the Drew and Crystal doing a great job getting that brand going and doing great things. Thank you very much.
appreciate the support, and everybody, don't forget, go to rollingthrottle.com for all your parts.
Yeah, right on.
Later, Doc.
Later. All right, let's see. I'm going to have tornado something. Oh, wow. Wow. All right, everybody. Let's see. I lost my need for speed. Enjoy the ride now. Exactly. There's that too. You know, I do that sometimes as well. I don't always ride 100 and plus miles an hour. You know, sometimes you got to slow it down and enjoy the view. I did that 2 years ago when we went up to New York, and hey, slow the fuck down. I haven't been here. I want to see the views, you know? So, all right, everybody. Hey, thanks for hanging out tonight. You know, thanks, Izzy, coming on. Tell us all about their comedy night and helping out the burn camp for the kids. That's always awesome, is helping out the kids, especially these kids that have severe burns across their body, on their face, and, you know, they feel like freaks. And, you know, it's sad. But here it is for 1 week a year. Everybody looks the same and they feel normal, which is awesome. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out tonight. Thanks to Izzy and Drew for coming on and hanging out. I want everybody here to live the best life you can. And as always, ride often and ride hard.